Hello guys and girls, White Ninja out here, and today bringing you some Demon Hunter. Now this has been out for a little while, this build, but as I am always behind with everything, I thought I'd just throw it out there anyway and show you what it is. So it's basically the Marauder Set. Now I have been playing a lot of Wizards, so I'm not really been concentrating on the Demon Hunter. However, after getting fed up of trying to find some pieces of a Wizard, I thought, you know what, I'll have some time on the Demon Hunter, and here I am. So I've got the Marauder Set. Now I am missing some pieces for the actual build itself. However, it still does work, and it works unbelievably it's so strong, it's just ridiculous. Me and a friend were happily running like T5, C6s, not really that much drama. It doesn't feel like you really need to play the game much, if I'm honest. I'll sort of go through my build, how I'm running it. Probably the same as most other builds, and I'll explain some other builds I've seen, and that sort of thing. So I'll just quickly show you like how this works. I'll just go to Stone Fort. So for those who don't know, the Marauder Set basically lets your sentries use the same skills as yourself. So, your Hatred Splendors. So basically it will cast Cluster Arrow, and it will cast Multi-Shot and things like that. So as you see, it pretty much does all the work for you. I actually don't have to do any work at all, to be honest. Just let your sentries pretty much do all the work. So this is so strong. So there's a purple here, it's basically elite. So I'll just show you like how much damage it can do. I should have really brought him down here, shouldn't I, first? Oh well, never mind. So this is me not even do anything, just letting them just do all the work themselves. So it is nice and strong, and it can literally just do all the damage. So yeah, so the principle of this build, I'm not going to go and show you me killing loads of mobs. It's pretty self-explanatory how it all works. So I will go back to town. I'll just show you what items you need, and sort of like how you sort of use this build, and what you should do once you get a few more items, or once I get a few more items. So I've got a 3-piece nat set, including my helm, my helm and my bow, which then obviously gives me 7% crit. However, this will probably change when I change my weapon. There's 2 other weapons that you can pick, I believe. And also I need to change my quiver. I've been looking for the Bombardier's rucksack, which is the ideal, which is the best in slot by far, which lets you have up to 5 sentry, or an extra 2 sentries, should I say. However, I've not had much luck. I think I've spent a couple of thousand shards and I've still not found it. So for now, that will just stay as it is. But I'm quite happily pushing on with 3 sentries with no dramas at all, to be honest. So obviously you need the 6-piece Marauder Set, which obviously gives you your companions and your sentries that can use your Hatred Splendor, and obviously an amulet of your choice, preferably a legendary one. I've just got this because of the stats on it. And preferably something like a Witching Hour is probably best here, but as I haven't got one yet, you know, just increased damage to elites is always nice, so that's good. And also a Stone of Jordan and a Royal Ring, which is just normally for most builds probably about the same. So you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, most of the items in this. I am a little bit behind with stats in the minute, but you know, in time I will get some better items. It's just going to take some time to farm. Excuse me. So into the more important things, so obviously skills and like sort of distribution. So as I haven't got the weapon I need, which is either the I can't pronounce it, Burazi or Kanjuan, whatever bloody hell it's called. It's a 2-handed weapon, and it basically lets you pierce twice. So for the physical damage on the sentry turrets, I don't think it's I think it is a found one. Yeah, it is. Oh wait, no, it would be a. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it basically lets you pierce twice. So obviously, using sentries, it's good. Can be a good idea. However, there is the Crinder shot, the Crider shot, I believe it's called, and this basically lets you have 3 hatred regeneration per elemental arrow. So instead of having hungering arrow, you can run elemental arrow as your resource generator. And I recommend Screaming Skulls. Reason being, obviously, this stops you being able to get attacked. Now, a lot of people will know this anyway. and know that's the sort of way to build. Now that's out of the way, the sort of other thing is obviously cluster arrow loaded to bear for damage. Obviously this is for a fire build, so yeah, loaded to bear with fire damage, and then obviously Spitfire turret and multi-shot with arsenal. So they're your main stats. Obviously you never really use multi-shot ever. To be honest, I don't really use loaded to bear anymore. Cluster arrow, you just let your sentries do all the work. I still use Wolf Companion for the 20% increased damage. You could probably change that for slots if you don't really want the increased damage. You could probably take Marked for Death, which is probably a better idea. You can obviously use that all the time because you always have you want to know about, yeah, you always have this out. So you get increased by 30%, but you don't get it 20% all the time. So it could be a better way to do it. Instead of using that, obviously you already have your pets, and then the other one to have is well, mine's smoke screen healing vapors. So as I am a little squishy at the minute and I'm not really fully geared where I should be about 10 to 12 million, and my damage should be a little bit stronger. This just keeps me out of harm's way while my turrets do all the damage. Obviously it makes sense. Healing vapors makes you invisible, and then you obviously gain life percent while you are invisible. Now as of passives, now this is really more your choice. So the two that you do really need, I would say, are these custom engineering and ballistic. So custom engineering increases your sentry by 100%, your duration of sentry, also give you an extra sentry. So if once you've got the bombardier's rucksack coming, you can have up to 5. And this is to increase rockets. So obviously using loaded to bear, I believe it does count as a rocket. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, so it gives you increased damage, and then obviously your sentry with Spitfire will give you rockets and things like that, so it's all increased damage and stacks on itself. Now for these two, now this is totally up to you. If you've got better gear and stats than me, you probably won't need these. To be honest, you'll be able to take other things. So you'll be able to take damage like steady aim, I suppose, blood vengeance if you want to do more attacking, or archery. Once you get the bow and things like that, so for massive increase of damage is another way to go. So take these two out, and obviously when a new patch comes out of Hellfire Amulets, you can obviously get them anyway. So for my Paragon points, now this has been a bit of an iffy one. I'm not really sure 100% on how to build this yet, but I'm playing around. So obviously resource cost reduction, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Obviously if I do use cluster arrow, I do get it reduced. However, you could change that and then put it into area damage, max this out, and then max out resource cost, obviously to get the extra area damage, which is always nice. Defense, now this is a bit of a mix of everything going on here. All resist just to catch me up, bit of armor, bit of life regen, just to overall make my toughness a bit higher. Going to my cores, now I don't need any extra life. I've got more than enough. I don't really need move speed or hatred. You know, I'm quite happy moving the speed I am. So all the points are going straight into dexterity. Now offense. Now your turrets are affected by your attack speed, but that is only the auto attacks. So being able to, I've had sort of mixed this up so it's a bit of everything on this one as well. You can play full attack speed if you're low on attack speed, or full crit chance, depending on how you're geared out, guys. You need to just change this to dependent on how much crit chance, crit damage, and attack speed you've got. Now the best in slot I've been told is Taskers and Theo. In your gloves, obviously you then have to change the head into whatever, into the Marauder's head, and then obviously that Tasker and Theo and that to the other one, so then obviously give you a full set. So doing that, Tasker Theo's attack speed will increase your auto attacks, your turrets, but not your effects, so not like your elemental arrow and things like that. So I'll just go through my stats, and they're not the greatest. So my attack speed increases by nearly 50%, so I'm running at 2.38. So I've been told you want about 3, so if you get Taskers and Theos, stuff like that, it will bump this up massively. Crit hit chance is close to 47, and crit damage is 431. So fire damage is only 32% increase, and it's not too bad. Rain of Vengeance, I don't even know where that's coming from. Oh, here, I can't change that unfortunately because I've already had to roll vitality on it. So grenade damage increase will obviously affect your cluster arrows, which is always effective. My resistances are somewhat low. I do want to get them about another 2 to 400, so I want these to be running approximately 1,000, and I'll be happy with that. And that should probably put me up to whereabouts need to be on my toughness. So apart from that, I think that's about it for my build and how it sort of works. Now there is another way of building this like sentry build, and that was with physical damage. Now I saw some guy who had some absolutely insane damage, and he just played full physical. It sort of makes sense, because then obviously your turrets auto attacks doing physical damage will be able to do extra damage and things like that. So it is probably a good way to look at it as well, and look into doing all physical damage rather than just doing fire damage. It also helps you out if you don't take elemental arrow and you have something like the piercing shot, or whether it's called hungering arrow, and things like that. So it's it really is your choice on that, and depending on how gear dependent you are and things like that. It did take a long time for me to find this full set. Some people might get very lucky and just get the set willy-nilly, which is annoying, I suppose, and frustrating, but you know, be persistent, guys, and you'll be able to get it. And you can easily do T5, and I'll probably be able to do T6 if I'm honest, with a bit of care. And especially with my friends, I can definitely do T6, not a problem. My mate has we pretty much have exactly the same build, and we can easily just push through it. It takes a little bit of time. You know, you can't just dash through, because you have to wait for turret resets and things like that. However, this build is incredibly strong, so if you do have a Demon Hunter, guys, do look for Marauder Set. Yeah, you'll make your life so much easier to be able to farm rifts and things like that. I hope you've enjoyed this shortish video on the Demon Hunter. A bit of a change. I've not played with Demon Hunter for a long time, so yeah, I thought I'd just share this with you for anyone who's not already seen it. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for some more gaming videos.